Hello guys, Bruce here. We are still in the process of unlocking wealth through index trading. We've already done with the 3 trades. Now we're going to be looking into PCPs, potential continuation patterns. Since you have the book, there's no need for me to really try and explain what PCPs are, but we just have to go straight into the charts to spot those PCPs to help you identify them by yourself. As you know, price always moves from one place to another, right? But in the process, it will not just move, it will always rest. A great example, a real life example can be you are driving more than 1,000 k's. You will never drive there without stopping. You will always stop, get off the car, take a walk or whatever you're going to do in the garage, and then continue. The fact that you are stopping, it doesn't mean that you are done going to your destination. It doesn't mean that that's your stop, but it's just a resting place. And it's the same thing, it always happens in the markets. You find in a downtrend, price is actually going down. Price is not just gonna move from here to here just like that. It will always move going down with consolidations, and those consolidations that happen in between, we call them potential continuation pattern. It's a continuation pattern which is not complete, so we call it potential continuation pattern. By just looking at this, as you know, I don't plan anything. I take everything as I see it on the screen and then show it to you from what I'm seeing. From my screen so far, what I've noticed is this is a PCP. Can you see this? This was a PCP. We are already on a downtrend. As you can see, this one candlestick going up and then the next one going down. This will be more visible on H4, but it is a PCP as you can see, and then just after that here's another PCP. Can you see that? Where else can we find a PCP on the screen? I'm also seeing a PCP here. PCP. Remember, to spot a PCP, you need to identify the trend. Where are we going? And then after you've identified the trend, you know that anything that's similarly happening is just a resting. It's just a potential continuation pattern. Price is still gonna go further down. So some of these things are more visible on a lower time frame, but I'll just do this for now, and then as we go down you'll see them clearly that indeed this was a potential continuation pattern, right? Let's just break it down to H4. As you can see, what I was talking about, price is going down, right? And then in the process of going down, price was seemingly going back up here, but we already know the trend where we are going, so we know that whatever is seemingly happening, this consolidation is just a potential continuation pattern. It should be broken out and then price should continue going down, which is what happened here. Notice something. All I did, I placed this thing on a daily. I saw that price was going down, but there was seemingly a bullish candlestick between bearish candlesticks. Then I knew this had to be a potential continuation pattern. Going to H4, we found that indeed this was a potential continuation pattern. Here is another one. As you can see, price was already going down. You can see this consolidation, bullish candle, bearish, bearish, bullish candle, all happening within a box. This was just a potential continuation pattern. We are still going down with a trend. Can you see that? Same thing here. We drew it from a daily, but you can see it on a H4 time frame that this was just indeed a potential continuation pattern, as you can see for yourself. This was also a potential continuation pattern, but to the upside. what's more important about this is you need to know what's happening in the market. Are we bearish or are we bullish? And then from there you can decide if price is gonna turn or this is just a potential continuation pattern. I'm introducing this potential continuation pattern to you guys so that you can know that not every consolidation at an RB number or RB zone is a change in direction. What's more important is how is the market feeling. If you are feeling sick, you're not gonna run, and nothing that anyone do can make you run. So it's the same thing with the market. If the market is feeling like going down, you can come and continue buying here. The market will continue doing what it's feeling. So knowing how the market is feeling, and then you see that it's seemingly trying to go up, you know how the market is feeling. You'll just know that this, I know in unlocking wealth, we know about PCPs. This is nothing but just a potential continuation pattern. So that being said, these things are everywhere. Even this, some are just better seen on higher time frames, but still they are potential continuation patterns. Something like this, it's a potential continuation pattern, as you can see for yourself. They are everywhere. They don't always appear, but when they do, you must keep in mind that there are such things. Price does behave like this on some weeks. Do you get me? They are everywhere. They are everywhere. I'm skipping some, but what's more important is that you are able to spot these things. Potential continuation patterns. Can you see that? They are literally everywhere, guys. Some of them, when you see something like this, you know that it was a potential continuation pattern on H1 because this is H4, and then we have a whole H4 candlestick which was at some point going down, at some point going up, and then it closed as bullish, but then the trend just continued. So you know on H1, if I can just come and do this and show you guys, when I do this right, go down to H1. Okay, let me also just let's go to H1. I want us to go to that thing which I'm saying it's a PCP on H1. Wow, my chart won't allow me to go back. Okay, this chart is refusing me access to go all the way back. Let me see. It's refusing me access. Maybe it's because it's the weekend, I'm not sure. But yeah, what I was gonna show you guys is the fact that when you break it down, you will find that indeed this was a potential continuation pattern. This here on H1. If you are able to check it out, go to Jan. It was Feb, the 2nd of Feb 2018. Just go to H1 and check it out. You'll find that there's a PCP right there. Never mind my dogs, if you can hear them in the background. They're busy making noise. Something like this, it's also a PCP, which was best seen on H1. You see this? Price is going down, but we see one bullish candlestick. As you can see, at some point it was down. So I know in H1 we had a PCP right there. These things are everywhere on different time frames. Something like this. This was a PCP on H1. Even just that we won't be able to see it clearly. But this. Notice something with these PCPs. What's more important is the trend. Where is the market going? Where is the market going? You look at this. There's always one thing associated with these PCPs. They are just in the direction of the trend. They are just there to help you continue with the trend. They are not there to take out anything else. They're just there to help you continue with the trend. this was the PCP, which was best seen on daily, but as you can see, there's a great consolidation on our way down. Can you see that? Here's another PCP. These things are everywhere, guys, but look at something. These things are just there to continue the trend. Can you see that? PCPs everywhere. They are there. They are there everywhere. PCP. We are on an uptrend. We are seemingly pausing and then continue going in the direction. Look at this. PCP. Can you see that? These things are everywhere. 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 You can never finish them. That's just how the market works. It's just there everywhere. And this is how they get some of you. You think they are done with you, only to find that they were just resting, taking some profits, and bluffing with some people, and then continuing with the trend. This PCP, we're already going up. PCPs, just PCPs all over. You can never finish these things. They are there on every. This was DEX, right? Let's go to NASDAQ. It's PCPs all over. You can never finish these things. It's PCPs all over. Just a matter of you need to identify the trend. Once you identify the trend, then you know that anything other than that, it's a PCP. Once you identify the trend. So just look at this, right? This on the daily, right? We are on a downtrend, then we had a bullish candle, and then we'll continue going down, right? If you break it down to H4, you can see there was a consolidation for a good 2 weeks, and then finally we broke to the downside. This right here, right there on top, there's another PCP that I can see, which I'm sure if you can break it down to H1, you'll see that there was a great consolidation as well. Can you see that? There was a great consolidation right there, and then price finally broke to the downside. So this is just a way of the market. PCPs are there. You cannot go against this truth. They're just there. Open your charts and you'll find these PCPs. They are just there. They are part of the market. That's just how the market works. It will always shoot in one direction, take a break, consolidate, and then continue in the same direction. As you can see for yourself, PCPs, they are always in the direction of the trend. PCPs, all we are doing right now is identifying these PCPs and establishing the fact that yes, indeed, they exist. How we trade them and everything, we'll see this in the trading video, but right now we are just acknowledging the fact that God has blessed us with PCPs. If a trade left you right at the top, there's always some guy called PCP who's gonna come around the corner just for you to join the trend. Can you see that? They are everywhere. They are everywhere. You cannot deny them. You cannot deny their existence. They are in your charts. They are in my charts. They are just there. You cannot deny their existence. They are just there. You cannot deny their existence. Can you see that? They are just there. You cannot deny their existence. PCPs, PCPs, PCPs all over. That's just a way of the market. The market uses PCPs to rest and then continue with the trend. They are all over, guys. They are all over. All over. Almost every week you'll get a PCP. Almost every week you'll get a PCP. Some of the PCPs you might not be getting them on a bigger time frame. You'll find that they are much more visible on a smaller time frame. But we cannot deny their existence, guys. PCPs. By now you should be getting the hang of it, right? You shouldn't waste too much time on things that are too obvious. You cannot tell me that these things are not there, because they are there on your charts. Right there by your charts, these things are there. We cannot deny their existence. They are right there on your charts. You can go here, you will still find PCPs, or this open on an H1 time frame, and even on H1 time frame we still find PCPs, guys. We are on a downtrend on this day, and there we got a PCP. Here's a PCP, right? You can see it for yourself. PCP, potential continuation pattern. Potential continuation pattern. It's just a way of the market. It's just a way of the market. They are all over. Even 15 minutes charts, 30 minutes charts, you cannot deny their existence. They are really part of our lives, guys. They exist. Allow them to live with us. PCPs. As you can see, they are there all over your charts. You'll get these PCPs. All over your charts, you will get these PCPs. So those things that I've been drawing on H1, as you can see on H4, as you can see them, it was mainly a consolidation, right? Just so what? To continue with that trend, to continue with that trend, to continue with that trend. Can you see that? To continue with that trend. We cannot deny their existence. They're just there. They are part of our everyday lives. The market also takes breaks, and therefore creating PCPs. Can you see that? They are there all over. We've got PCPs all over. They are just there. We cannot deny their existence. PCPs all over the charts. We get PCPs, and then price will break out to continue with the trend, right? And I think we can stop here. You should by now understand and acknowledge the fact that PCPs do exist. Can you see that? They do exist. They are part of our everyday lives. As you can see for yourself, they are there. Part of our everyday lives. We cannot deny their existence. They exist. They are real, guys. They are so real. PCP here, more visible on a daily. PCP more visible on a daily. Can you see that? PCP, we are on a downtrend. PCP to continue the trend. PCP to continue the trend going up. They're just there, guys. They're just there. So yeah, I will stop this video here. This was just to help you identify the potential continuation patterns. And by now, I trust you acknowledge their existence. But remember, keep one thing in mind.